Okay, Rebecca, hello. I've got your work up here. Sometimes it's a really good idea to include the PDF because, as you can see, I kind of have to scroll up and down. We can't really get a look at the whole um, composition, and I can't pull guides out to check for alignment and things like that. So it's really a good idea sometimes to include the PDF. So I'll try to do what I can here. Okay. I think that your typography is good. Good selections, pretty good hierarchy. I do not recommend a center aligned type though. It's not very dynamic. Generally center aligned type negates the engaging the negative space because it creates these symmetrical negative areas around the type, and it's just not very engaging to the viewer. I always suggest left aligned type, reg right. I think in both of your images, first of all, your images are handled nicely. Oh, here's your left align. Okay, see again, that's why I like to have the PDF. Because okay, so it looks like your alignment's off here a little bit. I can't draw a guide, but it looks like that. This should all be in alignment. The text, all the text in the left align, margin, including a headline. I think that everything is placed well. The image is placed well. The sailboat is placed well. Good, nice masking on the sailboat. You can see the original background through you can see the background through the holes in the ship, so to say, like, those areas between the sails and that. So generally, your type is placed well. Your logo is placed perfectly. I think the ads are good, technically. As far as aesthetically goes and as composition goes, I would not recommend using this image. And let me tell you why. Right now, boy, I wish I could back off on this. I can zoom out on my machine, but you won't be able to see it on this recording. So when you have this really high perspective, this just as a 1-point perspective, it's all leading to the same vanishing point. Perspective always, this goes back to the Renaissance painters. Perspective points to an area, and if the composition is a 1-point perspective composition, there should be a high expectation that the focal point is going to be where the lines of the 1-point perspective intersect, and that's right here somewhere. So the point I'm trying to make is that you're really making it difficult on yourself, because we have a lot of natural tendencies that we can depend on for the human being to do while we're assembling visual compositions. One of them is using perspective lines to draw the eye to a specific area. I think that, though, in this situation, you're drawing the eye to an area where you don't want it. And that's right here. I experienced this in both ads. Well, I think that these are basically a different iteration of the same ad. When you hear two different ads, it means two completely different ads. When you hear two iterations of the same ads, it would be this. It would be just different layout, basically, with the same ad. The problem you're having, though, is I don't think the viewer is going to have a chance to read the text. And the reason being is because as you're turning the page in a magazine, you only have a couple of seconds, the tops a second or so to engage the viewer into the ad. Right now, that viewer is spending the second going like this. That second they have going like this. Their eyes are going like this and following this, and they stop right here. There's nothing there. It doesn't work like this. You're drawing them into the text. They stop right there, still in the image, and then they just move on because there's nothing there for them. Do you see what I'm saying? These are natural tendencies of the human behavior while experiencing and looking at visual compositions. I recommend changing the image. I may have mentioned this before as a concern. I definitely mentioned it in grading, but I highly recommend changing the image for the success of the ad. Other than that, you're solid. Everything is great except the image. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, please feel free. If I can clarify, but I think that's pretty clear. So, all right. Awesome job. Thanks so much.